Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Regroup Show. I am your host, LJ Walker, a real estate investor helping you realize your dreams of owning a home or investing in one. So last week we had Tucker Carlson from Fox News and Don Lemon from CNN. Unfortunately, they were fired. Now, I didn't think there would be too much of an uproar over the firing of these two men. To be honest, I'm not really too familiar with Tucker Carlson. I'm more familiar with Don Lemon. But apparently, many people are shocked, and many people appear to be worried. Well, I'm here to tell you, you don't need to worry about these people. And I'm not trying to be cold or nonchalant about it. I'm going to break it down as to why. And I'm going to also say this is pretty much why I got into real estate as well. Because, see, you can't trust jobs. Nothing in this life is guaranteed, especially the companies that you work with, no matter how good you are. But let's also be realistic. Not too many people watch TV as much as they did before. Most people are on social media. They're looking at YouTube, they're looking at Facebook, they're looking at Instagram, they're looking at videos there. They're not looking at, or listening to podcasts. They're not watching TV like they used to. Okay? So if there's more firings, probably will be coming down the pipe soon. I don't think a lot of shows are going to be around for a long time because, we're streaming. TV is replacing regular TV also. That's another thing to think about, another thing to consider. On top of that, you have people out here who have multiple jobs and who have side hustles. So they don't even really have time like that to sit back and watch TV. And with some shows, if you miss one episode and then you catch the other one, you're lost. Right? So again, many people are not really into TV the way they used to. So we can't be so shocked and so surprised as far as what's going on. Also, these two individuals, from my understanding, are very controversial. I know Don Lemon definitely, he's gotten into hot water a number of times. But here's why I'm not worried. First of all, I've seen Don Lemon make a lot of special appearances, reoccurring appearances on other shows. So I'm pretty sure there's another show out there that's waiting to pick him up and have him on permanently. Okay. The other thing is, because of their views, if they don't have a YouTube channel or make videos on other social media platforms, which I'm almost positive they do, they probably are also making money that way as well from sponsors and what have you. Next, Tucker Carlson, my understanding, he was making $30 million a year, and Don was about $20 million a year. It's like, whoa, that's a lot more money than most of us make. So if they lived below their means, there really shouldn't be much of a problem. From my understanding, Tucker Carlson only has, well, it says 2 homes, but it's really 3. He took 2 homes and made them into 1 home. That was in Florida. And then the other property that he owns is in Maine. So he could always sell one of those properties if times got really hard for him, and he would still be ahead of the game, right? Now, when it comes to Don Lemon, he has 15 real estate projects that he's involved with. I know also that the condo that he had here in Harlem, he had sold that for 2.2 million, and that was during the pandemic. So I don't think he's going to be uh, on the struggle bus very soon either. They have, both of them are highly skilled. Both of them are have a lot of experience. And then to top it all off with their real estate investments, I believe they'll be fine. They may hurt for a little bit because when you've been doing something for so long for the same company, parting ways, it's sort of like a divorce, right? A separation. And there may be a part of you that's invested in that company. So emotionally, there may be uh, uh, a little stifled. But outside of that, no. And I think that what we should do is just take this as a lesson. And for those of you who don't have any real estate at all, or for those of you who have no outside investments at all, I think you should look at that. Look at this as an example, as a blueprint, if you will, to say, hey, maybe I should have some investments so that in case anything happens to me, in case something like this happens to me, I have something to fall back on. Because honestly, this happened to me personally. When I graduated out of college, there was a recession. It was hard for me to find a job, particularly in my field. Very difficult. Then when I found one, I got laid off. I found another. I got fired. So I said to myself, I read a book, Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. And in it, they mentioned that in order to escape out of poverty or have your head above water, we need to buy real estate. And I thought about that and I said, you know what? That is good, because if I were to just move and get an apartment and I get fired or I get laid off, how am I going to pay the rent? So that's why I went ahead and I bought a house, saved the money, put it together and bought a house, a multifamily. So I said this way, if I get fired from my job or anything like, or get laid off from my job, I have income still coming in from the other tenants of the building. And I didn't want a 2-family. I really wanted 3-family or more, so that if one tenant wasn't able to pay, at least I'd have another tenant that was willing to pay. And I wanted the rents to take care of the mortgage and the bills, you know? So look at that. Look at this as the blueprint for how you want to start off your life, okay? Instead of just talking and worried about these two individuals who don't even know who you are. I'm pretty sure they appreciate your concern, but trust, you don't need to worry about them. You need to worry about you. So guys, that's all I have for you tonight. Hopefully what I shared will give you the financial nuggets that you need in order to get by Please pass this along to your friends. Share it. Click like and subscribe. Remember, each one, reach one, teach one. And to avoid some of the pitfalls and the mistakes that I made, please pick up my book, The Perils of Real Estate Scam Alert, which is available on Amazon. All right? So that's it. That's all. Bye for now. Until next time, have a good night.